First up, we've got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Battle Royale. That's all four of the turtles beating the shit out of each other, because why the hell not? Everyone's got sibling spats. Um, if you watched the last one, probably already got a hint as who's gonna win this. Anyway, um, I'm going with Leonardo. Mikey's a wild card. He could pull out a win here. You know, he just because of his craziness. But Leo was always my favorite turtle. That's who I'm going with. So let's get started here.
Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were grown from ooze and raised by a warrior rat in the sewers of New York to be the world's most fearsome fighting team.
Lots of superheroes have some weird origin stories, but this one is plain ridiculous.
Their greatest advantage in battle is their family-bonded teamwork, but on their own, which turtle is deadliest?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Leonardo, the leader of the team, is smart and strategic with a strong sense of honor.
Too bad he traded his sense of humor for that sense of honor. This guy always means serious
Come on, when you're a leader, you gotta be serious.
business. His weapon of choice is an Ninjakin sword. Shorter, sturdier, and straighter than an ordinary katana, and
Let's see, 2 feet long, designed for swift, deadly, and offensive strikes, also called a ninjato, commonly referred to as katana. That's what everyone around the schoolyard always said Leo was using. And they were invented by Hollywood. Neat.
designed for swift, deadly strikes. Out of all the turtles' weapons, the Ninjakin is the only one specifically designed to murder people. And what's better than one Ninjakin? Two, damn it!
In many timelines, Leonardo is the one who ultimately defeats the Shredder, though always with plenty of help. As leader, he is usually the one with the plan. He spends most of his time training his body and mind.
He is an expert strategist. Yep. Swordmaster, strong both physically and mentally, and has a serious devotion to his training and family as well as the Bushido
Under his
code.
master Splinter's instruction and follows Bushido, a strict samurai code of honor and duty. At one point, he even fought and killed a sort of physical embodiment of the devil.
Giving Keanu Reeves the much-needed break.
However, Leonardo finds it difficult to accept failure. Should things go horribly wrong, his concentration can quickly slip away from him, leaving him sloppy and imprecise.
Leo doesn't like to lose.
Quit clowning, you guys. This is serious.
Donatello is the brains of the bunch.
He knows machines!
Right, Boomstick. Somehow he learned to operate and manipulate both human and alien technology without any formal education or budget whatsoever. He also speaks 100% fluent technobabble.
The resulting intermittent multipolar flux should create the electromagnetic pulse!
What the hell did I just hear? All that gibberish means he's probably trained less than the others, devoting more of his time for science.
Fortunately, his useful bow staff makes up for his lack of constant training. Durable, oak, and 6 feet long.
6 feet long, durable, made of oak, longest reach of all the weaponry, and Rocksteady's worst nightmare. Oh yeah, because of the video game.
The bow gives Donatello far more attack range than his other brothers.
The range is nice, but takes a lot of time and patience to kill anybody with a stick.
He's no expert strategist, that's Leonardo's turf, but Donatello is considered the most level-headed of...
Level-headed, Bojitsu master, master technician and programmer, rumored IQ of 637. That's really good. Fluent in technobabble. Indeed he
the
is.
Turtles. Even with his time spent tinkering, he's still a very capable warrior, easily keeping up with his brothers and even killing the Shredder in an alternate dimension.
Huh. Good on Donnie.
An ass-kicking nerd? I don't believe it.
I'm making this up as I go!
Michelangelo is the youngest of the Turtles. He's lazy, undisciplined, and easily distracted. He spends his free time playing video games, watching TV, reading comic books, and eating pizza.
Come on, don't hate on Mikey.
That turtle is fucked up.
What?
Come on, you can't tell me that turtle is not on drugs.
I don't know, I always thought he was dropped as a kid.
Okay, look, he has all the signs. Strange eating habits, inability to pay attention, incoherent phrases.
Moving on, his weapon of choice.
That would explain a lot. Mikey's just the stoner.
The bong.
No, the nunchaku isn't really a weapon at all. It's a farming tool for threshing grain.
We also call it nunchucks. Or sorry, no, that's also called you called them nunchakus. Why would you? Whatever. Overcomplicated. Looks cool. Maybe what do you mean maybe? They do. A farming tool. How would you use nunchucks as a farming tool?
These weapons are unnecessarily overcomplicated clubs with the effectiveness of a tattered fly swatter. Yet somehow Michelangelo has been able to blunder his way through fights to victory.
Good for strangling. Obviously, Mikey strangles enemies off screen. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm sure that definitely happens.
He really doesn't deserve.
He even beat Raph once.
Sure, I get it. Swinging chucks around gives them momentum to hit with and blah blah blah, but in the end, a baseball bat will give you the same effect and more with much less effort. Seriously, who came up with these things? They're preposterous.
You're preposterous. I don't know.
And for some reason, in all his infinite wisdom, the great Master Splinter gave the most complicated weapon to the retard of the group. Why?
Alright, stop making fun of Michelangelo, alright? He's unique. He's not stupid.
Mikey's not gonna win this fight, is he?
He better not.
Oh, someone's cranky.
Raph is cool but crude. Hell, forget crude, this guy's borderline psycho.
Sure to throw the first punch, Raphael is certainly the most vicious of the team. He's constantly butting heads with the others and challenging Leonardo's leadership.
He uses twin sai, which is like a combination of a pitchfork, dagger, and Wolverine's claws.
Like the
Dagger like Truncheon? Whatever. Used against swords, which is why he's always breaking Leos. Primarily defensive. Not the way he uses them. Traps and controls an opponent's weapons for stabbing, not slicing. Yeah, he's definitely got the whole stabbing thing down.
nunchuck, they also humbly began as a farming tool, but were re-evaluated to counter the oppressive samurai.
They're best used as a close-range defensive weapon. The triple prongs are designed to block, trap, and control an opponent's weapon while using the pommel to beat the enemy into submission. Raph's sai can even snap swords.
Raphael is not exactly the smartest fighter, usually rushing into a brawl without a plan and just overpowering a foe. Because of this,
Vicious and brutal, Sai Master, arguably the toughest of the team. Hot-headed with common fits of rage and enjoys fighting.
Raphael spends much of his time honing his combat skills. It is very likely he is physically the strongest turtle.
Also, this guy is in some serious need of anger management.
He is naturally hot-headed and sometimes loses control of his rage. He is much more vicious than the other turtles and at one point in the comics even became the Shredder himself.
Damn!
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Wait up, Wiz. I gotta rent the latest Ninja Turtle game first.
We have it. We just did all this research with it.
Gamefly!
Gamefly is
Alright. Come on. We all know it's Ninja Turtles. It's gonna come down to Raph and Leo. And I'm putting my money on Leo.
It's time for a death battle!
Fight!
Oh. See, what did I tell you? Raph and Leo. And he's gonna break his swords. Oh! Pretty much how I thought that would go.
Oh, somebody call an ambulance! Or a vet, I don't know.
There is a reason why Leonardo is the leader of the team, not for strength or speed, but for strategy. Leonardo understands the strengths and weaknesses of the other turtles. His biggest threat was Raphael's sword-snapping side, so he attacked the weakest of the group first.
This means Leo let Donnie beat the hell out of Raph, who couldn't compete with Don's range. But by the time Raph got his revenge, Leo was in way better shape for the final duel.
And I can hear all the fanboys raging, but Raph won in the movie. He should win here. Nya, nya. No. 4 reasons. 1, the result of the fight was specifically plot constructive, which is rarely accurate. 2, Leonardo absolutely decimated Raph in the fist fight beforehand. 3, Leonardo didn't want to fight at all. If he did, he would have killed Raphael right here.
Tilt the blade, slide left, bam, no more Raph.
And 4th, that whole movie doesn't make much sense to begin with. Why should this?
But hey, Leo can still die from that stab, right?
Doubtful, for several reasons. Turtles proportionally have smaller vital organs and far more muscle mass than humans, meaning there's little chance Raphael actually hit anything important. Leo's actually been stabbed plenty of times in the series and walked away. And all 4 turtles have been trained in Qi Kung and can control their breathing and heart rate to survive extreme conditions.
Looks like Leo got the point of this battle.
The winner is Leonardo.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Up next we have Zitz versus Leonardo Battletoads versus Ninja Turtles. I'm sticking with Leonardo. He's not losing to no fucking toad named Zitz.
Last time on Death Battle, the Ninja Turtles battled to find the deadliest of the team, and good old Leo used cunning strategy and swordplay to come out on top.
But the fight isn't over yet. Leonardo must now face his most powerful imitator, Zitz, the leader of the mighty Battletoads.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Zitz was computer engineered as one of 3 ultimate amphibian warriors in a gladiatorial video game reality show called Battletoads. This accidentally opened a dimensional gateway to another galaxy. Every time the game began, the galaxy became the Battletoad arena for their superhero war against the Dark Queen, and they...
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What kind of drugs were the creators of this shit on? What the freaking fuck, man?
What?
3 nerds made a video game, got sucked through it to another galaxy, and became Toad superheroes.
Okay, got it.
Zitz was originally
Still, what the fuck?
colored yellow to differentiate him from Rash, but he is now officially a blue-green hue. He leads the battle.
Alrighty, real name Morgan Ziegler. Height 6'8", 196 pounds. Pretty good. The leader and strategist has superhuman strength, was originally yellow but is now a blue-green.
Battletoad team with a laid-back yet strategic attitude.
He chooses to go with my personal favorite battle strategy, beat the shit out of everything that moves. And as a Battletoad, Zitz can shapeshift his body into various weaponry. Giant...
Alright, transformative weaponry, which includes giant fists, boots, horns, hammers, weights, and apparently more.
Heavy weights, ram horns, you name it.
Unlike his teammates, Zitz has used his inventive genius to mechanically advance his weaponry far beyond those of his fellow Toads. By combining technology and brawn,
Technologically advanced, which adds drills, blades, saws, spikes, and dozers.
Zitz has added blades, saws, and drills to his arsenal.
This guy could be the world's best handyman if he always wasn't getting sucked into an alternate dimension every time someone turned on a video game.
Despite having almost no actual combat training, Zitz has proved strong enough to power through some of the toughest games ever made. And yes, the game's excruciating difficulty is canon, as it was specifically programmed by the Battletoads themselves.
Yeah, try and wrap your brain around that one.
I'm a big bad mother of all toads!
We briefly covered his ability.
So the reason the game is so hard is because the kids who you play as in the game made the game that hard. Alright then.
Last episode, but there's plenty more to Leonardo. He has trained in Ninjutsu and Bushido all his life, shaping his body and mind to master close.
Alrighty. He is 5'2", 180 pounds. Alright. Master of Ninjutsu, Bushido, and Swordsmanship, leader and strategist, and skilled in using the environment. So, like, improving? Okay.
Combat, swordsmanship, honor, and the art of invisibility.
Really? Favorite color? Blue. Duh. No shit, Sherlock. It's like putting his skin color as green. Like, duh, he's a turtle.
He's also the strategist of the turtle team, who are now all dead. So, yeah.
Leonardo is especially skilled in the use of environment to outsmart and outmaneuver an opponent. He is also the only Ninja Turtle in any timeline to have studied under two masters, Splinter the Rat and the Ancient One.
Hey Liz, look! It's an Asian Yoda! What? Leo wields two Ninjakin swords, which are best for swift, deadly strikes and designed with the idea.
Also called the Ninjato, shorter and straighter than katanas, designed for quick, deadly strikes, 2 feet long, and a Hollywood invention. You know, same as last time.
That a good offense is the best defense. They're usually mistaken as katana in the show and comics, even though they are obviously straight rather than curved.
The Ninjakin is, in fact, an invention of Hollywood, as there is no historical evidence of the weapon's existence.
Like the moon landing.
Shut up, while he usually relies
Yeah, shut up, Boomstick.
on his brother's solid teamwork, he has proven to be a very effective warrior on his own too, defeating all sorts of enemies like ninja robots, giant monsters, war-torn aliens, and even the Shredder.
He freaking...
Robots, giant monsters, war-torn aliens, and even the Shredder.
He decapitated this motherfucker. Damn. Fuck you, Shredder. Damn, trying to decapitate this fucking guy too.
Gotcha.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, our shameless advertisement from our friends at GoDaddy.com.
Every time. Hold on. Alright, so yeah, sticking with Leonardo. I think he's got this. You know what time it is. It's time for our death battle.
Those to choose from.
But first, it's time for our death battle!
Fight!
Shape-shifting shit's gonna be a problem. Oh, taking it to the sewers, his home turf. Alright, nice. This is where he killed all of his brothers. Playing fucking whack-a-mole. I think you're supposed to be a strategist, you just smashing away. Oh, got his ass. Hey-oh.
Damn!
Zitz was more than a match for Leonardo in a simple brawl, using his brutal arsenal to overpower him. But when it came to using the environment, Zitz couldn't handle Leonardo's ninja skills, and his lack of training left him frustrated and unsure of what to do.
While Zitz is a strategist, He always relies on his brute force, and once Leo went stealth mode and turned the tide, Zitz decided to just bring the whole sewer down. And come on, Leo fights all kinds of mutants and monsters at least once a week.
Of all the Toads, Zitz certainly stood the best chance with his technologically advanced weaponry. But while the Battletoads are known for accomplishing impossible odds, so are the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo made quick work of Zitz as soon as he had the chance.
In the end, Zitz just needed to pull himself together.
The winner is Leonardo.
Again. Next time.
Yeah, double win for Leo and me. Suck it. Alright, so last fight of the episode, we've got Leonardo versus the Red Ranger Jason Lee Scott. I believe that's his name, right? Jason Lee Scott? I was always a bigger Power Ranger fan than Ninja Turtle fan, so I think I'm gonna go with the Red Ranger here. Though I will say Leo has a good track record so far, better than the Red Ranger. Red Ranger has appeared in only one fight that I remember, which was against Voltron. Go check that out. He lost that fight though. Power Rangers, the Megazord lost. And Leonardo, however, though, has fought not only all three of his other brothers in a battle royale, but also fought the leader of the Battletoads. Go check out that episode as well. That those should both be in the same episode. Right. So because of that, I do think Leonardo might give him a good fight, but it's a whole different thing losing in a team fight with where you're like in a big ass robot than losing a one-on-one fight. And I think a one-on-one fight against Leo, he's got this. So let's do this.
When I was a kid, there was nothing better than watching my Saturday morning tunes. That's where
Facts.
I learned all my badass karate moves. Yeah.
The 80s and 90s certainly gave us some memorable characters and epic playground rivalries.
Yeah, stop that.
Like Leonardo, head honcho of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
And Jason Lee Scott, leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. For this bout, we'll be sticking to the characters themselves.
That means no Dragon Zords, no Turtle Mechs, and no last-minute power of friendship. Just a good
Fair.
old-fashioned one-on-one. He's
Okay.
Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Yeah, so
And it's
based
our
on
job to
those
analyze their
rules,
weapons, armor,
I think
and skills
Jason's
to find
got
out
this.
Who would win a death battle? From the vastness of space to the eerie depths of the ocean, few places remain as mysterious and unknown as the New York City sewer system.
Anything
Facts.
could be down there. Killer alligators, mole people, or even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Cowabunga!
Ordinary domestic terrapins transformed into humanoid superheroes by a chance encounter with a canister of mysterious mutagenic ooze. They were adopted by an equally mutated rat skilled in martial arts who decided to name them after Renaissance artists.
You know, even by comic book standards, this origin story is pretty freaking weird.
Master
Yeah.
Splinter trained them as ninja, and the group formed a daring crime-fighting team. But every team needs a leader.
Donatello did machines, but tactics? Nah.
Nah.
Raphael was tough, but way too hot-headed. And
Fair.
Michelangelo? Well, we all know he got dropped as a kid. So the
Why you gotta hate on Michelangelo, man? Him and Leo are tied for my favorite turtle. Why you gotta hate on? He wasn't dropped on his head. He's just unique. He's the party dude.
obvious choice was the true blue Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, close enough. Of all the turtles, Leonardo was the most studious.
Full name Leonardo Splinterson. I like that they do that. You know, like Thor's name is Thor Odin's son because he's Thor, the son of Odin. Leonardo is Leonardo Splinterson because he's the son of Splinter. 5'2", 170 pounds, leader and eldest of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Traditional and spiritual, is skilled in blacksmithing. Likes pizza, meditation, video games, new age music, and watching space heroes.
And focused when it came to Splinter's lessons, and soon adopted the principles of Bushido.
Kind of weird since that's a samurai code and he's a ninja, but
Yeah,
whatever.
that is
modern
weird.
tenets of Bushido have evolved over the centuries, but it essentially boils down to 8 virtues: righteousness, courage, compassion, respect, honesty, honor, duty, and self-control. All of which frankly describes Leonardo to a T.
AKA,
Yeah.
he's super dedicated to being a goody two-shoes. And he's a badass when it comes to fighting. He's like the Bruce Lee of reptiles. And since he's a turtle, Leo's got super speed and super strength.
I'm not sure the science checks out on that one.
He's
Yeah.
also got that super tough shell and some radical ninja weapons.
Right, but before we go any further, we should address that there are multiple iterations of Leonardo across different media and timelines. As none of them can really be considered the main one, we're taking all standard versions into account, or anything that's reasonable, consistent, or viable across his multiple histories.
So
Okay, so like you did with the Splinter versus Silver Samurai episode.
we're not including anything that's too out of the ordinary, like those weird double mutations or that time he became a goddamn dragon. I mean, good on you, Leo, but that's a little out of your typical wheelhouse.
Leonardo is a master of Niten Ichi-Ryu, a Japanese fighting style using twin katana.
Ninjakin swords, Mystic Odachi, Shuriken and Kunai, smoke bombs, grapple gun, Tonto, and the Yumi bow.
Although Leo's swords are typically a more recent variant called Ninjakin, basically just katana without the curve.
Still way better than wielding tiny forks or a literal stick. Seriously, who picked out the other turtle's weapon?
Leonardo's Ninjakin are incredibly deadly, even sharp enough to slice through metal.
But he still finds ways to break those things all the time. Good
Facts,
thing he's
bro.
also got kunai, smoke bombs, shuriken, climbing claws, grappling guns, hell, most of the Batman-approved gear. In his
Yeah.
latest outing, he's even got this Odachi, basically the claymore of ninja swords, but it's super special.
Right, with a swing of the blade, it can open portals that can take its wielder anywhere from across the room or all the way to Tahiti.
Time for a vacation! Yeah!
Oh, be careful! Bending the rules of space could be catastrophic.
Yeah, relax, Wiz. I totally have what it takes to pull this off. Okay, maybe I'll go with the staycation instead.
Probably for the best. Weapons aside, Leonardo has proved skilled enough to master rare
Ninjutsu, Kenjutsu, Niten Ichiru, Shuriken Jutsu, pressure point fighting, Qigong technique, and the healing hands technique.
ninjutsu knowledge such as the Healing Hands Mantra, a meditation technique.
Say goodbye to that nasty migraine or pesky stab wound.
Not quite potent enough to heal fatal wounds, but useful nonetheless.
Other than that, the dude's fast enough to outrun explosions and has even dodged lightning.
Officially became a Jonin or Ninja Master, survived a normally fatal stabbing, restrained Krang Prime with a chain, crushed a monster cockroach, dodged the power of lightning, killed Shredder in multiple timelines, and has defeated Karai, the Ultimate Ninja, Tiger Claw, and Ra's al Ghul.
This enemy in particular was specifically granted the power of a storm, implying these bolts are comparable to natural lightning. Therefore, Leonardo must be able to react to things 280 times faster than sound.
Ha! And you thought turtles were slow. Also, he's strong enough to push over a giant pillar to crush a cockroach monster, go toe-to-toe with Baron Draxum, who survived this explosion, and held open the jaws of a monster-fied T-Rex.
The Tyrannosaurus is theorized to have had a bite force of 12,800 pounds per square inch. 6 times more.
This particular creature's bite force was likely even stronger as it was a larger mutated version created by Baxter Stockman.
More powerful than an alligator.
And best of all, even across multiple timelines, good old Leo is usually the one to take down the turtle's biggest villain and least useful kitchen utensil, the Shredder. No wonder he's the leader. Leo's a boss.
Sure, he may have a habit of questioning his own abilities and decisions, but hey, he's a teenager. Par for the course.
One thing's for sure, he's a mean, green fighting machine who's always up for a shell of a good time.
Taste cold steel!
After 10,000 years, the evil interstellar witch Rita Repulsa was finally released from her long-standing prison.
which, and I need to point this out, was an actual space dumpster.
Yep.
Gross. No wonder she was so pissed off that she decided to attack Earth on the spot.
To combat her vile magics, the good-natured sage in a tube Zordon sought out a team of heroes, and for whatever reason, specifically requested 5 overbearing and over-emotional humans.
Or, yeah.
Not teenagers!
I feel ya, Invader Zim.
Yeah,
The 5
why?
teens connected to the Morphin Grid, an energy field that transformed them into the mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Dun.
I never get tired of doing that.
That's
And
'cause
if
it's awesome.
that wasn't cool enough, each ranger was bonded to a giant robot dinosaur. There was the blue Triceratops,
The best
yellow
one.
saber-toothed tiger, the black mastodon, the pink pterodactyl, and finally, the red Tyrannosaurus.
This would go to the Red Ranger and leader of the team, Jason Lee Scott.
Jason was a pretty chill and level-headed guy, and already good enough at martial arts to be
Comment your fucking favorite original Megazord down below. Not counting Tigerzord or Dragonzord. Mine is definitely, like I said, just said the Triceratops. Anyways, full name is Jason Lee Scott, 5'8", 167 pounds, leader of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Morphs, Mighty Morphin Red, Gold Zeo, and Omega Red. Likes teaching, hard rock, hip hop, and sushi. Actually, speaking of other morphs, while you're down there commenting your favorite sword, comment your favorite series. Mine would probably be a tie between either the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because it's the original and like has the most nostalgic factor for me, or the oh my god, what was it called? The Jungle Fury series, where they're like working for that guy named RJ or whatever in like a pizza shop, and they're like, their suits are colored, but they're not like the Red Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Yellow Ranger. They're like the Tiger Ranger and stuff like that. I like that one.
teaching classes.
He's skilled in Kenpo, Taekwondo, Judo, and notably the more unknown Shinkido, a mix of karate and Japanese sword fighting.
And he dabbled in hip-hop keto. But to get all the martial arts skill he'd ever need, all he's gotta do is hold out that mighty power coin and yell,
It's morphin' time!
oh yeah, chills man, every time.
Yeah.
Morphing into his Red Ranger form did indeed grant Jason an unprecedented level of martial arts mastery. Even Billy, the Blue Ranger, who barely knew any martial arts at all, became a fist-fighting master after morphing.
The
Oh,
Red
yeah,
Ranger
for sure.
form also boosts Jason.
Dude was awesome. And he could barely throw a punch as a regular guy. And, Power Sword, Blade Blaster, Wrist Communicator, Teleportation. Yeah, that should just be teleportation to the base or whatever, right, though? The command center. Superhuman Strength, Superhuman Speed, Protection via the Morphin Grid.
Speed and strength to superhuman levels. And see those sparks? That's the Morphin Grid taking hits for him.
Yep.
And it'll keep doing that until it's overloaded from too many attacks. Good guy Grid over here. Where do I get one?
Jason is a powerhouse, focusing on strong, high-impact moves like his Power Punch to send foes flying across the battlefield.
And he can use the energy of the grid to take a bite out of Putty with his Tyrannosaurus Charge. But when punches and kicks aren't enough, he's got a bunch of colorful weapons that definitely aren't toys, no matter how plasticky they look.
Like his Wrist Communicator, which doubles as a teleporter.
And the Blade Blaster is both a knife and a gun. A gun knife. A knife.
And for tougher fights, he can...
Alright, Wiz, what's the over-under on my modification here working?
Dude.
Are you
What
sure
the
about
fuck?
this? We already have enough holes in the floor.
Oh, please, Wiz, I know what
Yep. Yep.
I'm okay! I'm not okay!
Bro.
For tougher fights, Jason can also summon the Power Sword, a unique blade that can slice through even the most powerful of monsters. It's also a key component to the Power Blaster.
Which is, let me guess here, powerful.
Yes, the Power Blaster
Doesn't matter how strong the Power Blaster is, he can't use it because he doesn't have his friends to make the thing.
can destroy creatures even the Dinozords have trouble with.
Though Power Ranger rules keep them from busting out the big guns right away.
Right, they technically cannot escalate a fight, so
Yeah.
unless the more powerful weapons are deemed necessary, they're generally considered off limits.
So dumb.
Yeah, for all those who wonder why they always fight, like in every Power Ranger show, they always fight the minions in their base form without transforming or morphing or whatever. That's why. Is because they can't escalate a fight, and they can kind of fight the freaking minions with just a regular kung fu. Like I feel like like for example in this one, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the putties. If it was just putties that Rita was sending to take over the world, I feel like the police and army and anyone with a gun probably has a decent chance of taking them out. It wouldn't work. But it's the other guys. Once they show up, they have no choice but to transform.
Regardless, the Red Ranger is incredibly impressive even without his weapons.
He's strong enough to lift boulders way bigger than him.
Scaling this boulder to Jason's own height, we can estimate it weighs a little over 69 tons.
The mainline Power Ranger comics are similar to the original show, just a modern take. Much like how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle have been recreated as similar variations across multiple media throughout the decades.
Nice.
And the Yellow Ranger, who has the same basic powers as Jason, pushed around a much larger boulder that, when using the same scaling method, appears to weigh over 11,000 tons.
These two can run so fast.
Bench 3,000 reps in a single day, lifted a 69-ton boulder. Nice. Really, guys? Survived the command center exploding, which it does a lot. Halted Rita's destruction of Earth. Led a Ranger army against Lord Draxon. Is it Drakon? Or Drak... I think it's Drakon. Lord Drakon. Defeated Tommy Oliver, Goldar, the Machine Emperor, King Spinks. Either way, this is like an evil Tommy Oliver from another fucking timeline where he stayed as the evil Green Ranger and then like killed Rita and took over, became like the new bad guy. And, like hunted down the Power Rangers, stole their coins, made like an army of like a Power Ranger like force or whatever, like a bunch of cops and stuff like that that are powered by the morphing grid.
They kick up huge clouds of dust behind them. And in a later series, Power Rangers in space! The Rangers could keep pace with the supercar Storm Blaster.
Technically, every Ranger draws from the same source of power, the morphing grid, so it's fair to at least compare Jason to other Ranger teams. Like when the SPD Green Ranger chucked a car through the air.
Red is
The fucking... Oh my god, the
Ranger
animation.
teams. Like when the SPD Green Ranger chucked a car
Just a fucking stock photo, man.
through the air.
Red is quick enough to dodge lightning, at least for a...
In the Boone comics, the Yellow Ranger performed a similar feat as the SPD Green Ranger by throwing a vehicle at a monster.
bit and tough enough to survive the Power Ranger Command Center exploding while he was inside. That's not even the first time the place blew up. Man, that building's seriously been through the ringer.
To be fair, it's important to remember that the Ranger powers are not permanent, and his connection to the morphing grid has limits. If he takes enough damage and loses his morph, Jason goes back to being a normal human being, albeit one who is a talented fighter in his own right.
But with the glorious red spandex and Robo T-Rex at his back, the power lies on his side.
You wanna fight? You got it!
Yeah.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, Blue Apron? Yeah, Blue Apron. Alrighty. Fight! Oh no! He killed his pizza!
Dude! Sorry, I'm late for... Wanna free this monsters!
Who? Give me a break. You're the monster for ruining my pizza. Time to take out the trash.
It's morphin' time! Don't count me out yet!
Nice.
That's turtle power!
Power sword! Don't blaze me for not being impressed.
Really, dude?
The fucking 90s puns. I think Jason has got this, but I wouldn't be upset if Leo won. I saw that coming.
Audacious.
Swords always get broken. Oh, nice.
Cheap shot!
Rin Pyo Tosha.
Oh, it's healing.
Retsu Zaisen.
Yo, what are you doing down there?
Sorry, tights. I'm all healed up. Behold the immortal turtle!
That's bogus!
That's bogus.
I love being a turtle!
Hell yeah. Oh, nice. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen.
That was bonkers.
KO!
Looks like Leo totally didn't see that coming.
Are you gonna keep reusing that one, or should I expect something new?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, do you want me to shell out some more puns?
Fine, fine. Leonardo certainly had more martial arts experience than Jason, and he was likely a bit faster, as we've seen him dodge lightning more reliably.
But the
If it were
experience
just
doesn't
up to
really
those two
matter.
factors, the Ninja Turtle may have won.
But you know there's more to it. Sure, Leo had some super tough defense on his side, but Jason had the oomph to crack that shell.
First of all, Leonardo's superior training was a moot point, as Jason's morph granted him a broad mastery of martial arts talent automatically.
Kinda cheap if you ask me, but that's Power Rangers for you.
But
Fair.
let's talk numbers. Giving Leonardo the benefit of the doubt, we scaled his level of toughness to his recurring villain Baron Draxum.
Who's fought Leo a bunch of times? Remember how Draxum survived his lab exploding? That's definitely the best durability feat Leo could possibly match.
By scaling the lab to the height of the characters, then deducing the size of the explosion itself, its explosive yield must equal about 12 tons of TNT.
Pretty impressive.
Damn.
But then we used the same method on the control center exploding while Jason was inside.
It's way bigger.
And it came out to 550 tons of TNT.
45 times greater than Leonardo.
So clearly Jason was much tougher, but we still had to find their overall strength. To do that, we compared Leo's bug-crushing pillar to the Rangers bowling with boulders.
Using granite as an average potential density and scaling the pillar
Jason's successor, Rocky, once used the same powers as him. As Jason's successor, Rocky, used the same powers as him and could contend with Rito Revolta, who was strong enough to destroy the Thunder Megazord and White Tiger Sword, as well as survive an explosion many times larger than the command center.
to Leonardo's height, it appears to weigh about 240 metric tons.
Still impressive, but way less than the 11,000-ton boulder. The Red Ranger couldn't just crack that shell, he could make turtle soup out of it.
Leonardo held some advantages in speed and skill, making this fight far from one-sided. However, Jason's superior strength, arsenal, and powers quickly turned the tide.
His Ranger of abilities does what Leonardo don't.
The winner is Jason, the Red Ranger.